I love a book about complex relationships, whether it's familial or romantic or friendships. I just love it. I'm going to show you a few books that are examples of what I mean. So, Praise Song for the Butterflies by Bernice Ellen McFadden. I don't know how you can get more complex than the relationship in this book, the familial relationship in this book. But oh, the book is so good, and bring your tissues because it's heartbreaking. This book, Color Me Butterfly by L.Y. Marlowe, deals with generational curses, domestic abuse, but the story itself is so good. I loved All of the Trauma and Drama in One Blood by Denene Milner. All of the dynamics between the family members. This book was just so very good. And then we have one of my most recent favorite reads, which is Grown Women by Sarah Johnson, and the relationships between mothers and daughters in this book. These characters stayed with me a long time after I finished the book. Very well written for a debut novel. But the book I want to address today is Love by the Book by Jessica George. This one deals with friendships. I really did enjoy this read. The book started off a little slow for me, but once it picked up and got going, I was really into it. So, Love by the Book is about an author named Remy who wrote a bestseller based on her relationships with her friends. And things were just great between them, but then life happened, and her friends started drifting away. One moved from London to New York to take a job. Another got back with her toxic boyfriend, and the other had a baby. So their friendship group was fractured, and Remy was left feeling a little left alone or abandoned in a way. And then she literally bumps into a woman named Simone. And Simone herself is a complex character. The friendship and bond that Remy and Simone form wasn't instantaneous, like love at first sight kind of friendship, but it was something that evolved over time. And Simone has a very complex relationship with her family because they have learned something about her that she'd hoped they would never know. And so Remy and Simone, who are both kind of left alone, have found each other, and their friendship doesn't come easy, but it builds over time. And I really enjoy the relationship between those two characters. Now, the author to me does a great job in introducing these characters, developing their personalities so that you can see how different and in some ways alike these characters are. I enjoyed going on the journey with them to see how things were going to evolve between Remy, not only Remy and her friends, but Remy and Simone as well, and to see how Simone was going to work out issues with her family. So I thought it was good. I thought the story was very realistic because friendships aren't always black and white. They aren't always happy. Friendships do come and go in waves as we get older and life changes. Those friendship groups where those people are always there for us, they go through their own things sometimes and they can't always be there for you. And how that makes you feel when you feel like you're always the giver or always the one to pull people together, and the reciprocation doesn't seem to be there in the way that you think it should show up. So I like the pace of the story once it got going, because like I said, in the beginning, it felt kind of slow to me, but once it got going, I enjoyed the pace of the story. I liked the character development. The settings, pretty good with the settings, so you could kind of feel where they were and how they navigated in the world in which they lived. I especially liked the scenes with Simone at school with her students, and how she treated and reacted to her students. Um, it was just a good book, very well written. I enjoyed the plot of the story. And I did immersive reading, so I listened and I read the book. And I thought that it was a good experience for me to do so. But in order for the audio to catch up with my brain, I did have to kind of speed it up a little bit. But I would suggest that you read the book, especially if you enjoy books about women and friendships and families and how we fall in love with our friends, we break up with our friends, and how friendships mean so much in our lives. I mean, we can't navigate in this world without at least one or two really good friends. So I enjoyed it. I suggest you check it out. Again, it is Love by the Book by Jessica George. It's a good read. Okay? And until next time, everybody. Oh, let me know if you've read this book or any of the books that I mentioned, or if you know of any other books with really good complex relationships. Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, everybody, keep reading. Take care. Bye-bye.